Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyapiyat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drika Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drika Tadrishyam Driktu Manasam Tadrishyam Driktu Manasam Drishyadhivrittaya Sakshi Drishyadhivrittaya Sakshi Drugeva Natu Drishyate Drugeva Natu Drishyate.
Continuing on without Drig-Drishya Vivek, the last verse that we saw was verse 24. The topic now has moved into very practical elements about different types of meditation. Okay. And the text has classified meditation into 6 different types. I'm going to bring that up here. So these 6 different types of meditation are given, and the main subdivision is meditation turning your attention within, or meditation turning the attention outside. So inner is called antar or hridi. And now when we turn our attention within, there are 2 types, savikalpa, nirvikalpa. And within savikalpa, there is another subdivision of 2. There is savikalpa, which is associated with seen, and savikalpa associated with words. Associated with the seen is when we take ourselves to be the witness, sakshi, tat sakshitvena chetanam. And we see all our thoughts, kamadi, chittaga-drishyaha. We see all our thoughts as objects. They are mere objects. And we take ourselves to be the witness of these objects. Yeah, so it is the witnessed relationship. And this type of meditation, where we focus in on ourselves as the witness, then this is called inner meditation associated with the seen. So, drishyanuvid, savikalpa samadhi hridi. Based within. Too many words there. So best to just take this chart and we have done number 1. Okay, so we've seen number 1. That's the easy way. Now, let us have a look at number 2. And number 2 meditation comes in verse 25. And that's here. We are again looking within. We are doing meditation with duality, savikalpa. When we say with duality, it means that there's a difference between the meditator and the object of meditation. The seeker has not yet established themselves in non-dual. We're not meditating on duality. It's just that the seeker, the meditator, and the object of meditation have still considered to be separate. It's just a stage in the seeker's development. Our end goal is to become non-dual. Okay, so now this is called Shabdanuvid, and this is verse 25.
Asangas Satchidanandaha Asangas Satchidanandaha Swaprabho Dvaita Varjitaha Swaprabho Dvaita Varjitaha Asmiti Shabda Vidhoyam Asmiti Shabda Vidhoyam Samadhis Savikalpakaha Samadhis Savikalpakaha.
Okay. When one meditates upon the statement, I am unattached, existence, consciousness, bliss, self-shining, free from duality. This is the practice of meditation with duality associated with words. Okay, so that's the meaning of that verse. So here we are now trying a different type of meditation where we are going to focus upon words, sound. In the previous one, our focus is on trying to abide in the concept that I am the witness. The witness, sakshi, that is witnessing thoughts. Now that's one type of meditation. Now the second one, we're going to focus on sound. And in this, when we say focus on sound, we are going to use, I should say, sound as a support. We shouldn't say focus on sound. We are going to use sound as a support. Yeah, which means we are going to use a statement from here, the text, a statement from the text, and we're going to use this as our support in meditation. And what is this statement here? So those who have the text, all the words prior to the word iti. Iti in Sanskrit is like the quotation marks. So anything inside is considered to be statement, which is spoken. So what are the words before that? Asangaha, Satchidanandaha, Swaprabhaha, Dvaita Varjitaha, Asmi. Asmi means I am. Aham asmi. I am. I am what? Asangaha. Sangaha, attached. Asangaha, free from all attachment. I am completely unattached. Yeah? Free of all attachment. Asangaha. That's the first word. Satchidanandaha. I am of the nature of Sat, pure existence. Chit, pure consciousness. Ananda, pure bliss. So I am Satchidanandaha. I am Swaprabhaha. Swaprabhaha, Prabha, shining, luminous. Swaprabha, self-shining, self-luminous. That is my nature. Self-shining, self-luminous. Dvaita Varjita. Dvaita Varjita. Varjita means devoid of, free of. What? Dvaita, duality. So I am non-dual. I am free from duality. So this statement, this is the sentence that we are going to use in the seat of our meditation, is going to be, I am unattached. I am existence, consciousness, bliss. I am self-shining. And I am free of all duality. This statement, when we use this in the seat of our meditation, and we use this as our support, is called Shabdanuviddaha or Shabdaviddaha Samadhi Savikalpakaha. Savikalpa Samadhi Shabdanuviddaha. So it is meditation within. It is savikalpa because still there is a level of duality. The person has not achieved nirvikalpa yet. And it is using shabda. Shabda means words. It is using shabda as the support. The previous one, drishya, was the support because seer and seen relationship. Now it's using words. Okay. This is a very beautiful statement, and this is one that we can certainly use in the seat of our meditation. Yeah. Now, first thing to understand, when we use such a statement, Asanga Satchidanandaha Swaprabho Dvaita Varjitaha Asmiti. When we use such a statement, whether it's this or anything similar, another very famous one is, of course, from Nirvana Shatkam. Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. Then, of course, we have the Mahavakyas from the Vedas. Aham Brahmasmi. Ayam Atma Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma Tattvamasi. When we use these type of Mahavakyas, these Mahavakyas are not japa mantras. They are not meant to be used in the form of kind of mindless repetition. Yeah. A japa mantra is something you can just repeat, and even if your full attention or vichar is not there, that means if you don't understand the meaning of it, it doesn't matter. Yeah. That you can use a japa mantra. And generally, anything which has the name of the Lord, we can use a japa mantra. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Shri Devyai Namaha, Durgayai Namaha, Lakshmi Namaha. All these become japa mantras. And a japa mantra is different to the meditation mantra. Because japa mantra, you are not actually trying to become one with that thing. You are actually trying to purify your mind with that mantra. So the purpose of the japa mantra is chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata. Purity of mind, single pointedness of mind. Its purpose is not nirvikalpa samadhi. Nirvikalpa samadhi, then you have to use this type of Vedantic Mahavakya. Okay? And they must be used differently. So the japa mantra, when we use it, we don't do a lot of vichar. We were not doing inquiry into it. We are chanting it. We are trying to generate devotion, love, and we are trying to ensure other thoughts don't come in. So we want thoughts only of this nature. It's called Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha. We want thoughts that are the same as Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Yeah? Any thought about Krishna, we want that. Yeah. And so when we do japa, it can be more mechanical. It can have a more mechanical nature. And you can do this japa. One is, of course, your seated sadhana. But outside the seat of your sadhana, you can also just chant the Lord's name anywhere, any place, anything happening. Yeah, it can be chanted. You should not mistake that as your sadhana. Don't take your seated sadhana, now take it to the sink, and while you're washing dishes and saying, oh yeah, getting through my malas. Yeah, so while you're washing your dishes, ask your child to turn the mala. No, that should not replace your seated sadhana. But if you've done your 2 malas while you're seated, and now you have to wash dishes, now you have to continue on, then you can keep on chanting that mantra. And even if your attention is not fully there, it doesn't matter. You can do that. In Puranas it says that. Even while yawning, while falling, while walking, while talking, you can chant this. It will help. As many times as we can say the name of the Lord, say it. Say it. First thing in the morning, getting out of bed, Krishna, Krishna. Our Swamiji, he gives a nice story about Krishna. And at the end with the children, he always says, when you get up in the morning, you say Krishna, Krishna. When you wash your mouth, Krishna, Krishna. When you wash your face, Krishna. When you brush your teeth, Krishna, Krishna. Everything he will go through. Put your socks on, Krishna, Krishna. Eating your breakfast, Krishna, Krishna. Now you can do that with Krishna, Krishna. You can't do that with Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. Okay? You can't be, while brushing your teeth, Aham Brahmasmi. While putting your socks on, Aham Brahmasmi. While eating your wheat bix, Aham Brahmasmi. No, you can't do that. Okay? Aham Brahmasmi, Mahavakyas like this, Sangha Sachidananda, Swaprabha, Dvaita Varjita. You cannot use this while brushing your teeth and all that type of stuff, taking a shower. Okay? So Japa mantra is different to meditation mantra. In Japa, our purpose is single pointedness of mind and purity of mind. And purity is a big one. That's why we chant as many times as we can. Yeah. In meditation, the meditation mantra, the purpose is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Therefore, to do the meditation mantra, we should be seated. Meditation mantra should not be done while walking, talking, eating. We should be seated. Yeah. Then, of course, the usual things, back, neck, and head all erect in one line. You should be seated in a comfortable position called Sukhasan, whether that's in a chair or on the floor. Sukhasan, whatever, comfortable, and you should maintain that posture for the period of this meditation. You should not change the posture. Posture should remain throughout this meditation. Okay. Now, when you are doing this type of meditation, this Vedantic meditation on the Mahavakya, we say Mahavakya meditation, okay? When you do this Mahavakya meditation, you must go beyond the words. You cannot settle for just the literal meaning of the words. Understanding the literal meaning of the words is called Vachartha. Vachartha. Vacha means words. Artha, meaning of the words. You have to go beyond Vachartha and you have to get to Lakshartha. Lakshartha means implied meaning. Implied meaning. That's what you have to dwell on. And to go into Lakshartha, you have to do vichar, inquiry. And this is how the Japa mantra differs from Mahavakya mantra. Because in Japa mantra, you don't need to go into Lakshartha. You can settle at just the meaning. Krishna means Krishna, blue boy of Vrindavan. That's enough. You don't need to sit there and think, what is the meaning of Krishna and all that. It's not required. Although the word Krishna itself also means Sadananda. But you don't have to do that when you're doing Japa mantra, meditation. When we are doing this Mahavakya meditation, then we have to get into the implied meaning of the word. We cannot settle at just repetition of a statement. Okay? So therefore, these Mahavakya mantras, they are not given as Diksha mantras. Diksha mantras in the sense to do japa with. They're not given. The student has to take them up as they have progressed in their sadhana and as they have heard various Upanishad, Vedanta texts. then the student can take them up whenever the student is comfortable. You don't need initiation from a guru to chant Aham Brahmasmi. But you should know how to contemplate on that mantra. So you should know what Aham means. You should know what Brahma means. You should know Asmi means. You should know the meaning of each one of these. You must go beyond the meaning of the words to the implied meaning. That you should be able to do. And if the student can do that, then at any point in time, the student can take up this Mahavakya meditation. They can decide it. Okay? No guru needs to give you initiation, not required. Okay? So now this is a difference in the operation and usage of these types of mantras. Okay? Now Mahavakya mantra means any mantra that connects the identity of me to the infinite. That's called Mahavakya. Any mantra that connects me to the infinite. So Aham Brahma Asmi. There's a connection of me to the infinite. Because I am there and Brahman, the infinite is there. What is it saying? Asmi. I am that. Yeah? It doesn't say I am from that. It doesn't say I am part of that. It says I am that. Identity revealing mantra. Tattvamasi, same thing. You, that thou art. You are that. The Tvam is me, the Tat is that, and the Asi is the connection. You are that. So again, I am that. Now look at this sentence. Asangaha Satchidanandaha Swaprabha Dvaita Varjitaha. And at the end, Ahamasmi. I am. I am that. So Asmi shows the relationship. I am that. And this is different to when I chant Shri Ram Jai Ram. Because when I chant Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, it is not an identity revealing mantra. It doesn't say who I am. It doesn't say who Ram is. It doesn't say my relationship. It's not revealed. And so therefore, these are different nature because they must reveal that Jiva is Brahman. Yeah. Now that of course requires the student to have done various amount of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. If the student has not cleared the doubts of Shravan, Manan, then this type of meditation will become to an extent meaningless. Yeah. So it is meant for the more advanced aspects of our sadhana. Okay. So now understand how this is to be used. This is a contemplation mantra, Mahavakya mantra for contemplation, which are not mechanical repetition. Okay, we have to contemplate upon the meaning and not the words. Okay, so now let us have a look. What is the meaning of these things? Asangaha, aham asangaha. I am free, or I am without any attachment. I am unattached. Yeah. I am unattached. How am I unattached? Because here, you must understand, I am Sat Chit Ananda. So this is not about a jiva. This is about me as pure consciousness. This is not saying I am a devotee of the Lord. This is not saying I am a shishya of my guru. This is not saying I am purified. None of that. It is not saying that. Okay? Like we've heard Adveshta Sarva Bhutana Maitra Karuna Evacha. None of that will apply here. Because consciousness is not compassionate, consciousness is not friendly, and consciousness doesn't need to be devoid of hatred. They don't apply to this. They apply to the jiva. Yeah. So when you hear the word values, various values have been enumerated. Values are for the jiva. Values are not for consciousness. Consciousness doesn't need to practice satyam, ahimsa, brahmacharya. Consciousness is not practicing any of this. The jiva is practicing this. So here in this mantra, we are not taking the standpoint of jiva. We are taking the standpoint of consciousness. Okay, so now when I say I'm asangaha, how am I asangaha? Because I am consciousness. And consciousness, does it have any connection with the rest of the world. What is the rest of the world made out of? Jada, matter. Consciousness, matter. And does that consciousness actually get connected to the world of matter? No. Consciousness cannot get connected because the two don't exist on the same level of reality. This is why I am a Sangha. Because the world of matter has got one level of reality, that's called relative reality. But I, as consciousness, exist as absolute reality. So I exist as absolute, the world is relative. So these are two different levels of reality. Yeah. In Sanskrit, now you don't need to write this down, but in Sanskrit, what is called Paramarthika Satta, that's absolute. Another one is called Vyavaharik Satta, relative. Okay? They are two different things and they do not connect. Like what? Like waking state is a different level of reality to dream state. So dream state, one level of reality, waking state, different level. So I, as the waker, when I look at the dream and I look at all the objects and I look at all my relationships and I look at all my acquisitions, then what can I say? As the waker, I can say, Aham Asangaha. I am unattached to all dream objects. To all dream objects, I am completely free. So in my dream, I got dream mortgage. In my dream, I got lots of dream family that's fighting with one another. In my dream, I've got plenty of dream, physical problems. Yeah, I got dream diabetes. I got a dream cholesterol. Sometimes in the waking state we have that as well. But now let's just say all of this exists in the dream. Now, if you have a dream cholesterol, dream diabetes, dream back problems, now when you wake up in the waking state, what can you say? Asangaha. I am completely free of all of this. Okay. Why am I free? Because they exist on two different levels of reality. Yeah. This is not about purifying your mind. Because when we come to purify our mind, we want to develop vairagya. And vairagya is also a state of being free of attachments. This is very different. Asangaha is not talking about vairagya. Because vairagya and mind are on the same level of reality. Asanga is talking about consciousness. And that's why different level of reality. Okay, so this is not a quality of the mind to practice. This is a statement that I, as pure consciousness, am completely free of all the connections, all the relations, all my attachments to this world. Why? Because we don't exist on the same level. They actually cannot be connected to me. They cannot be connected to me because as consciousness, I have no relationship with anyone. Yeah. Who do I have all my relationships? Or who does the world have all its relationships with? Jiva. The world is related to the jiva. And the jiva says, I am husband. And if I am husband, I have wife. Jiva says, I am mother. And if I am mother, I have children. Jiva says, I am son. And if I am son, I have parents. Jiva says, well, some of these examples don't trigger anything off for people. Jiva says, I am dog owner. Then I must have dog. You see, that one sometimes is a more sensitive connection. The rest of this world, we're quite happy to renounce, but this dog is quite hard to overcome, you know. dog is very dear to us. So who is the dog owner? Jiva or consciousness? Jiva is dog owner. Jiva has accumulated wealth. Jiva has got a good name in society or bad name in society. Jiva has got plenty of accomplishments. Consciousness has none of them. Consciousness has no accomplishments. Consciousness has no failures. Consciousness has got no relationship with anyone. It is not related to the wife, it's not related to the husband, not related to the mother, not related to the son. Consciousness is not related to anything. Why? It exists on a different level. It exists on the absolute plane of existence. All my relationships are on relative plane of existence. That's why they call relatives, because they exist on a relative plane only. They're not called absolutes, thank God. If they call these people absolutes, big problem. Then even when I realize and go all the way to moksha, I'll find these people still there saying, hey, you didn't unload the dishwasher. Oh man, I got moksha and still I have to unload dishwasher. It won't be a very exciting thing. No, these are all relatives. That means if you get to the absolute level, all the complaints about you, they also end. You don't have to worry about your duties end, your obligations end, everything ends. Tasya karyam na vidyate. He has got no duties whatsoever, no obligation. Consciousness has no obligation. Okay. So again, in the seat of meditation, I have to remind myself I have got no relationship with these people and I have no obligation. As consciousness, I don't have. That can be a bit of a challenging thing when we, feel so obliged to people and we feel so, connected to people. Then this concept of being free of all that can be difficult. Yeah, but I keep practicing that I am free as consciousness, absolute freedom from all connection, relationship with people. Asangaha. Sangaha itself makes you feel very free, actually. Makes you feel completely free. This word is enough. You actually don't even need the other words. This word asangaha is enough. That's why one composition by Sri Adi Shankaracharya, asangoham, 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 punah punah satchidananda rupoham. He says that asangoham 3 times. He says that's enough. Asangoham. Only one of these words is needed for you to gain moksha. You don't need all 4. 4 words are given here. 1 is enough. Asangoham, if you do proper contemplation, but moksha. Finish. Done. Yeah. Now, asangaha, free of any attachment. But now, what is my nature? Satchidananda. Oh, Satchidananda. Satchidanandoham. Sat, pure existence. Chit, pure consciousness. And Ananda, pure bliss. Pure bliss. Now this Sat, pure existence. What does pure existence mean? That means that feeling. Feeling is not the correct word, but we're running out of words here, what to use. Notion, feeling, essence, that I am, I exist. That is Sat. I exist. I always have existed and I always will exist. Now, a person might say, I'm not sure if you've always existed. Because prior to your birth, where were you? How do you know you were there? Yeah. Vedanta uses a different method to establish the truth. It doesn't use third person verification. Third person verification has many problems. You know, third person is someone else has to verify whether you were there or not. Vedanta uses first person verification. First person means me. Did I experience it? Did I experience it? That's what Vedanta uses. In the court of law, we use third person. We bring a witness in. And the witness has to say, there you do it. You know why they do that? They don't trust the person. Because we don't trust the two people on trial, the plaintiff and defendant. But a third person has to come in and say, actually, he did that. Huh? He was walking around without mask. Therefore, give him $1,600 fine. Okay. We have now dubbed him in without mask, $1,600. Dum, finished. Yeah, that's because the chap keeps on. We keep on lying about everything. Therefore, third person has to come. Vedanta uses first person. So now, how can I know that I've always existed? Ask yourself one question. Have you ever experienced your own absence? This is the question that Vedanta says. Have you ever experienced your own absence? Oh, this question is a bit of a tough one. I'm not sure this is the right question to be asking at 8:26 on a Tuesday night. Swamiji had a full day of work. This is a tough one. Sometimes I'm beginning to feel I should have been absent for this class. But have you ever experienced your own absence? Now just think. Can anyone say yes? Yes, I have experienced my own absence. Can we say that? What's the essence of an experience? Subject or object? Which one is more important? Hands up if you say subject is more important. A few hands have gone up. Okay. Hands up if you say object is more important. And hands up if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now. You can also put that hands up. Okay, some people. So even in an experience must involve subject, me, and object, this cup. So now I'm doing this cup, I'm going to drink. Water goes in. Water is object, I am subject. Now this will become experience. You are seeing me as an object. I am an object for you, and you are an object for me. And in half an hour, you will not be an object for me, and I will not be an object for you, provided this class finishes on time. That should hopefully be the case. Yeah. Now, when this object, when you stop experiencing it, do you continue on? Do you continue on? Object now. So let's say half an hour time, I'm not there. So I am not going to be an object for you, but you will continue on with your life. So for you, the subject continues on. But what happens to the object? Object gone. Object changes, object changes, object changes. So object is inconsistent. Subject is always consistent. Subject is ever available. Subject is ever present. In every one of your experiences, subject is there. Every one of them, subject is there. Even in deep sleep. Now, deep sleep, I'm not sure if it's there. Yes, because you know when you wake up, you're the one that slept. It's not that you get up and ask the person, did you have a good sleep? You know, I had a good sleep. I'm the one who had a good sleep. Huh? So I know that even in deep sleep, what happens? Subject is there, but what happens? World of objects is gone. The world of objects gone, time, space also gone. It's a bit of a confusing experience. Unusual, because we're so used to the world of time and space. But it's an experience beyond time and space. But subject is still there. So in every one of my experiences, subject is there. Therefore, to have an experience, subject must have the experience. It's not object is not having experience. The subject is the one who has to record it as an experience. Now we ask the question, have you ever experienced your own absence? Which means, has the subject ever experienced its own absence? The question is not have you, the question is can you? And the answer is no. The subject cannot experience its own absence because every experience requires subject. Subject is the foundation of experience. Therefore, subject can never have experience without subject. It can have experience without object. That you can have. But it cannot have an experience without subject. Okay. You see how these mantras are not meant for just repetition. A little bit of thinking has to be done. All this is explaining the word sat. S-A-T. Sat. Not sat. I know some of you are seated and sat. Sat. Truth. So when I'm sitting there and I'm saying, I am pure existence, this is what you have to be reflecting on. As pure existence, I have never experienced my own absence. Now, if I've never experienced my own absence, then what does that mean? I have always existed. Getting here, getting settled. I've never experienced my own absence. Therefore, I have always existed. So I look in my past. Have I experienced my absence? No. If I haven't experienced my absence, what does it mean? I have always existed. I always was, I am, and I will be. I will be. Because I can't experience my own absence. Therefore, my own absence is not a possibility. It is not a possibility that this will happen. And even if you have doubts over this, then Bhagavan has said it in the second chapter. He said, Arjuna, you have existed, you exist now, and you will continue to exist in the future. There is no point in time where you don't exist. It's just that you are a very forgetful chap. So that you get very confused. Well, I know. So therefore, I don't have a problem. So what is the basis of understanding myself as pure existence? The basis is that I can never experience my own absence. Therefore, I am ever present. I'll repeat that. I have never, or I can never experience my absence. Therefore, I am ever present. This is what you have to contemplate upon when you are saying, I am existence. This is what the vichar is. This is the lakshartha. This is the meaning of those words. Not just repeating, I am existence, I am existence, I am existence. I ever was, I am, and I ever will be. At no point in time do I cease to exist. Very powerful, very powerful. Oh, very beautiful. The implication of this, now I'm going to give the implication of just meditating on I am Sat. The implication of I am Sat is that you have no fear of death. This is the implication. So how do you know you're getting rooted in that knowledge that I am Sat? Fear of death goes. You are not scared of the death because death is what? Death is of whom? Death is not of me. Death is of body. Death is of mind. Death is of intellect. Death is not for me. Yeah? I am pure existence. These are mere clothes that are taken and then clothes to be thrown off. They're not me. They exist in one level of reality. I exist in another level of reality. We are two different levels of reality. Yeah. So we have to come to see that the death of this body is like the death of you in a dream. It's meaningless. Meaningless. That's why the waking state has to be seen like dream only. Because they do not share the same level of reality. So what is happening in the waking state is not happening to me, it is happening to Jiva. This is what it means when it says Aham Sat. Not Chit. What do you mean Chit? Chit means Chaitanya, pure consciousness. That word is taken up with Swaprabha. Swaprabha. The same thing. So as pure consciousness, self-luminous. I am self-luminous. Being self-luminous, what does that mean? I do not require any other object to illumine me. Like what? Look at the sun and look at the moon. Sun is self-luminous. Moon is not self-luminous. Moon only shines because it takes the light from the sun. Then it shines. So it is dependent upon the sun. If there was no sun, we would never see a moon. We would never see that moon. And there'd be no such thing as moonlight. Moonlight wouldn't exist because moonlight is only reflection of sun. It is sunlight reflected on moon. Go moonlight. So moon is dependent upon sun. Is sun dependent upon anything else? No. To see the sun, do you need a torch? Just, I'm going outside, I want to see the sun, I just need a torch. Honey, bring me the torch. Get a torch. Oh, battery is not working. Battery is not working, can't see the sun. Yeah, now just shine it. Oh, now I can see the sun. You don't need a torch. You don't need your iPhone. You don't need anything to see the sun. Sun is self-shining. Yeah, no other factor is needed for its existence and its luminosity. This is called true independence. This is true independence because no other factor is needed. We try to be independent in this world. But as a jiva can never be independent. That's what that word we should take out of the dictionary. Jiva can never be independent. Because jiva is always dependent upon someone somewhere. You must say, oh, I'm financially independent. I don't need anyone else. You still need a market and an economy to run. Because if you don't have a market and an economy, even you will not be able to survive. That's what we're all learning right now. None of us are independent. Why? Because a disease coming from another country has completely incapacitated us. Yeah? And so all young people moved out of home and said, I'm independent from my parents. I will earn my own money. Only problem, I can't get a job. Okay, that's the problem. Yeah? So then what do? Go back to parents. Or ask government, give me a handout, give me a handout. But I'm independent. I'm an independent individual. I just need government handout. But very independent. Don't tell me what to do. So our concept of independence is very warped. At the level of jiva, there is no such thing as independence. But consciousness, always independent. Swaprabha. It is self-shining. It requires no one else to illuminate, no one else to illuminate. I say illumine, enliven. It doesn't require food to be sustained. It doesn't require water to quench its thirst. Nothing is required. It doesn't require oxygen. It requires nothing. Self-luminous, self-shining. One way to go. Okay? So Chit. And of course, as Chit also, we generally give the example of light. It's always compared to light. Then you must understand light is also that which is uncontaminated. Yeah. So as Chaitanya, I am ever Shuddha. Shuddha, pure. I am pure, uncontaminated. The sun can never be contaminated by pollution on earth. Earth, water pollution. Earth, soil erosion. Earth, air pollution, noise pollution, every pollution you can come up with. The sun is free of all pollution, but the sun is illuminating all the pollution. The sun is shining, and in the light of the sun, we are seeing all the pollution. But is sun polluted? No. We're to clean up the water, we're to clean up the air. We don't need to clean up the sun. Yeah? And if the government starts a program of clean up the sun, don't join it. It's very hot. Very difficult place to go to. Don't join that program. Say, I'm going to clean up the sun. I'm part of a new rescue mission to the sun. Yeah, don't take that up. So self-luminous, self-shining means pure. Pure. Saparyaga shukramaka yamavranam asna viragam shuddham apapa vidham. This is the main mantra of the Ishavasya Upanishad, the 8th mantra. It's the main mantra to contemplate on. That is the Mahavakya. Saparyaga shukramaka yamavranam asna viragam shuddham apapa vidham. Shuddham word is used. So as Chit Chaitanya, Shuddham. Ananda, I am Ananda, I am bliss. Now, that word will take up in the next mantra, so I'm not going to take that up. It's an interesting topic, it's a big topic, how I am bliss. Yeah? It's a very interesting topic. So we'll leave that for now. Swaprabha we have done. Dvaita Varjitaha. Dvaita Varjitaha, free of all duality. Free of all duality. Duality means otherness. Otherness. Something other than me. You go duality. Anya. It's called Anya. Anya Bhava. Anya means other. Ananya, no other. So Bhagavan says in the Gita, your devotion should be Ananya. Ananyas chintayanto mam. I want devotion to me, no one else. That means devotion, attention to pure consciousness, nothing else. That's what that means. Your attention should be on the pure consciousness, not on vasana, not on body, not on mind, not on intellect, not on relationship. Pure consciousness, ananyas chintayanto mam. That's what he means by ananya. The ananya word, dvaita varjita, same thing. Free of duality. Now, how is it free of duality? Few ways. Simple thing is, myself and the world, no duality. Myself and the world, no duality. How can you say that? I feel like I'm different to the world all the time. Myself as consciousness and the world, why is there no duality? Because the world exists on a different plane of existence. Vyavaharika satta, relative, I am absolute. Paramarthika satta. Okay? It's like what? Me sitting in an empty movie theater and watching movie. When I'm sitting in an empty movie theater and watching movie, so many different people are there on the screen. But do you consider them as other people in the movie theater? Yeah? When you leave the movie theater, is there other people were there? Yeah, everyone was there. Whole cast was there. Everyone was there. You know, the Avengers, the entire team was there. You know, Thor was there. Captain America was there. all different. Maybe Captain Australia they can have as well. Why only America? All different superheroes. With me, we were watching. When you go to the movie theater and you're the only person in, and when you walk out, I was the only one there. No one else was there. But there's so many. What did you do for 2 hours? I watched people. But you were watching people? But then you said you were the only one there? Contradiction. No. All the people I were watching were projections. I was the only one that was real. They were all projections. In the same way, I am pure consciousness. As consciousness, I alone am real. The entire Jagat is projection. So the Jagat, the Jivas, all projection. That is why Jiva Jagat is different to consciousness. They don't exist on the same level of reality. Therefore, consciousness can look at Jagat and say, no one is there. There's no one there. Like when I look at the movie theater, all the people are projected, but no one is there. There's no one there. So in this way, Dvaita. Now that is between me and the world, there's no Dvaita. Now, me and myself, is there Dvaita? No. When we analyze Jiva, we keep dissecting Jiva. And we say Jiva has mind, Jiva has intellect, Jiva has body, Antakarana, Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankara, Panchakosha, so many different ways we dissect that Jiva. Can you take consciousness and cut it down like that? Yeah? Can you have Annamaya Chaitanya, Pranamaya Chaitanya, Manomaya Chaitanya, Vijnanamaya Chaitanya? Can you do it? No. Chaitanya is Chaitanyam. No classification, no analysis, no subcategorization, which means what? No duality. There is no difference in that Chaitanyam in any way. I mean, even my Chaitanyam is the same as your Chaitanyam. Your Chaitanyam is the same as the other person's Chaitanyam. We're all the same. One Chaitanyam alone is there. For some people, it's a bit disturbing, because you were like, I was hoping my Chaitanyam would be better than their Chaitanya. I always felt I was more spiritually evolved, and therefore I felt that my Chaitanyam is a bit more Shuddha, and this person's Chaitanyam also. I was looking at the boxes in front of me, and I felt top row is Shuddha Chaitanya. Then the second row is one level down, and then third row, next one down. And then last row, and then next page, you have to click to the next page. There's no chance whatsoever. And then camera not even on, nah, forget about it. No Chaitanyam even there. Can you say that? Can you say you can't? Chaitanyam has got no differentiation. One Chaitanyam going through all. No difference. It's like now, all of us are watching this. One electricity is flowing through all. And that electricity, no difference whatsoever. So the electricity in your laptop is the electricity in my laptop, all the same, one electricity. Same way, this one consciousness alone is illumining all beings. From the standpoint of consciousness, no difference. The difference comes from the standpoint of upadis, body, mind, intellect, conditionings. A famous analogy to help understand this is that, of course, of the space inside the room and the outer space. Space inside the room appears to be conditioned. Kitchen space, bedroom space, bathroom space, living room, dining room, family room. I had this small space here, big space over there. But space, if you look at it, space says, I am undivided. I am one only. Space says, I am Dvaita Varjita. The people looking at the walls, at the roof, at the ceiling, at the floor, those people paying attention to that, they are saying different spaces. But from the standpoint of space, I'm only one. Why are you dividing me? Same thing, water. You know, in a pool, one body of water, they put lane ropes. And they lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, lane 4. There's only one water thing. What lane is it? And it's not like the water in one lane stays only in that lane. He said, I will not go to the other guy. He's my competitor. I refuse to travel over there. I'm staying in my lane only. The swimmer has to stay in his lane. The water goes wherever it wants. It's one only. So, same way. Consciousness is one. Homogeneous. Yeah. There's only one consciousness is there. And some people might think, but it sounds very lonely, this consciousness, poor chap, a bit lonely. You got no friends. No friends. Oh, I don't know if I want to be this consciousness, Swamiji. Sounds a bit of a lonely chap who has to exist forever. I also don't want to exist forever, I think at the end of this, let's finish it, call it quits. This consciousness is going to go on forever with no friends. It's a lonely existence. Swamiji, it sounds like my high school. I don't think I want to go back to high school. It was a very lonely existence. Now, the rest of my life, lonely existence. No, you must understand. Shastra says one thing. When there is duality, then what comes? Dvitiya dvai bhayam bhavati. He said, wherever there is duality, fear comes. Fear comes. That's why non-dual means no fear. Fear comes from the other. Always from the other we are scared. And I'm telling you, even if you know the other or you don't know the other, you're scared. Like both. Sometimes we think we're only scared of strangers. More people are scared of their own family than strangers. They tell me only. They tell me these things. They say, Swamiji, I want to talk to my teenager about these issues, but I'm very scared. My teenager, she yells at me. She doesn't smile anymore. Got the AirPods in the whole time. Headphones on. Never talks to me. I'm very scared. But I want her to come to spiritual classes. I want her to listen to the Gita. It's so much benefit. But I'm scared. I found people are very scared of their own people only. People are scared of disappointing their family. Aren't you scared of disappointing your family? Aren't you scared of being rejected by your friends? Yeah? There's so much fear of people that are close to us. Yeah? So fear of disappointment, fear of rejection. Yeah? Where is the fear coming? The fear is coming the minute I consider them other than me. Otherness creates fear. That's why I need to impress people. I must impress them so I don't get rejected. And they should hold me in good regard. They should hold me in good regard. Yeah. Now, consciousness doesn't have any of these problems. Consciousness is one only. Therefore, consciousness, no one to impress. Consciousness, not worried about disapproval of anyone. Why is consciousness only? There is no other. There's only me. So consciousness is free of all fear because I alone am. I alone am. So Dvaita Varjana is very powerful, very powerful. Okay. So like this, do you understand now the implications, the implied meaning behind what I explained today? That is called the lakshartha of these words. When you meditate, you must meditate upon that lakshartha must come to you, not the word. The meaning of the word must come. And when I meditate as pure existence, I should feel no fear of death. When I meditate upon Dvaita Varjitaha, I should feel no fear of others judging me, rejecting me, having affection for me, or losing that affection for me, quarreling with me. I'm nothing. Free of it. Why? Asangaha. I had none of these relations that are connected to me as consciousness. They are connected to Jiva. Jiva is not me. Okay, let us sit for 5 minutes and try meditating on this. Okay, put your books aside. Sitting up straight. Keep your back, neck, and head erect in one line. If you're seated on a chair, then have your feet firmly placed on the floor with your knees and ankles at 90 degrees. Have your hands placed on your lap with your fingers interlocked. While keeping your back straight, relax your shoulders. Take 3 deep breaths in through your nose. With each exhalation, feel that your thoughts are emptying out of your mind. Thoughts of the world, thoughts of things to do, anxieties. Let them all leave your mind. With each exhalation, breathe them out, let them go. Having emptied your mind of its thoughts, come to dwell upon your own true nature. Who am I? I am that pure existence. I have existed in the past. I exist right now. And I will continue to exist in the future. I alone exist. All objects, friends, family, possessions, they are connected to the jiva. And that jiva exists on the relative plane. It is not absolute. I am absolute. The world is relative. Like a movie seen on a two-dimensional screen. It appears in front of me, but is not connected to me. I am free of all connections. I am free of all ties. I am free of all bondage. I am ever eternal existence. I am pure consciousness. I am bliss itself. Asanga Satchidananda Swaprabodhaitavarjitaha Asanga Satchidananda Swaprabodhaitavarjitaha Asanga Satchidananda Swaprabodhaitavarjitaha Om. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamekavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Hari Om.